Would you believe that Kemi Badenoch actually stated that Nigel Farage, the Reform Party, are packed with woke people? In other words, what she's saying, this Nigerian who's not even British, but herself, who came here on a dodgy passport, legal loopholes that her parents, her Nigerian parents, decided to exploit. She never spent her time raised in the UK, but in Nigeria, till she was 16 years old. This woman claimed that the Reform Party are not woke enough, not hateful enough. And you begin to question, how do you understand the psychology of such a woman? What are her motives? Nigel Farage is suffering in the polls because of his fraudulent activities. And what's interesting is that she saw a niche in the market. She knows who to target, her clientele. Hence, when Tommy Robinson was causing riots and destruction and hate, what did Kemi Badenoch says? He's patriotic, he's bringing England together. Notice the kind of people that she does not condemn, i.e. the far right. And you begin to read, in fact, before I go into that, she also refused to attack Nigel Farage when his popularity was high in the polls.
Do you admire Nigel Farage as a politician?
On what basis?
Do you admire him?
I don't understand your question.
Well, Kemi Badenoch really doesn't want to talk about Nigel Farage.
Why aren't you asking if I admire Keir Starmer or Ed
Well,
Davey?
I asked Keir Starmer about whether he admired
Well,
Nigel
I know,
Farage
and
as
I think it's very interesting that a lot of the media in Westminster is very interested about asking about Nigel Farage. I'm not interested in Nigel Farage. I'm interested in
all
the
the other
Conservative
parties
Party.
are. They're not interested in you.
Well,
You
yes,
weren't
they
even
are.
name-checked in their
Yes, because
their
of course,
conferences.
because they would rather be fighting him.
Or rather, is it Kemi Badenoch struggling for relevance? She is miles behind in the polls when it comes to reform. And
this woman sits on the fence. Right, when Nigel Farage popularity was extremely high, she wanted his punters. Now, if England was liberal tomorrow, Kemi Badenoch would become liberal. These politicians, they really stand for nothing but their own pockets. But because she knows England at the moment is extremely far right, these are her punters. These are her clients. And she realized that because Farage's popularity is declining, she thinks, there's a niche. I could go for his punters. I could go for his clients. And it's interesting, those that like her, those that follow her, those that claim she's a hero, they like what she has to say. She's always, look for example, this nasty monster who raped this woman, black person. And what did Kemi Badenoch did? Just like Nigel Farage, she jumps on ethnic minorities who commit crimes because she's feeding the hungry snakes. She's feeding the hungry tigers. She knows what she's doing. Yet most of Tommy Robinson's followers, who were rapists, they were done for child offences, SCX offences. She said nothing about that. because her criteria, her motives, is not really because she cares about crime or vulnerable people, but she simply wants the votes. Nigel Farage says, oh, he's going to make sure that migrants are kicked out their houses. He's going to make sure that he's tough on them. Then what did she do? She adopted, Nigel Farage's manifesto. Everything Nigel Farage has said, she has stolen, because she knows who her clientels are. She's a drifter. She's no different to Kate Hopkins. She's a drifter. She's following the money trail. And she knows the kind of people at the moment in Britain, right, who wants this kind of extreme far right-wing politics. So she's saying that Nigel Farage is too woke. The Reform Party are too woke. You're too loving. You're too gentle. You're too sensitive. She said if you want it rough, if you want it uncaring, insensitive, if you want it brutal, then vote for her. And it's no wonder that the far right, they love her, because they know she's willing to sell out her own race.
If you don't think, they will think for you. If you don't cry for peace, they will come for you. They'll love you today, they'll have you confused. If you don't cry for justice, they will come for you. Can you cry that you can't see the pain? Don't question why they've got your mind in a maze.